Hey everyone, Socially Nina here, and I'm getting ready to upload some YouTube videos, so I thought I'd take you along for the journey. So in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to use TubeBuddy's best practice checklist just to make sure that we're optimizing our uploads correctly. So come along with me, come away with me, but come along with me as I use this tool and kind of teach you some tips and tricks, okay? And if you're new here, I'm a video marketing mentor. I take you through the steps of branding yourself using content creation, video marketing techniques. Video marketing. I feel like I didn't really say that word. Also, if you are antsy Nancy and you don't want to sit through this entire video, because we're going to go through regular just uploading using YouTube, uploading using TubeBuddy's checklist, then we're going to actually go through how to edit your best practice checklist on TubeBuddy. If you don't want to see all of that, just use the description. There's some timestamps in there. You can jump to exactly where you need to go and get what you need and be out. But for those of you that want that extra knowledge, that extra oomph, let's go. Okay. So I'm on my channel and I'm getting ready to upload my video. I'm going to upload it like normal. And as I said, I'm going to start with just using the upload wizard from YouTube. This is fairly new. I guess it's within the last year, 6 months to a year. Notice you can drop extra or multiple videos. I'm actually just going to double click on the video that I have. Now, keep in mind that as you're uploading, the video can still be uploading. You'll see the percentage, and where is that at? Let me see, at the bottom. So you'll see the uploading percentage. So one thing that I love is that as you're uploading, you can actually go through and add all of your items that you need, your title, your description, your thumbnails, like all of those kind of things to your video, even though the video is not finished uploading and processing. So let's do that now. The first thing that you're going to want to do is create a title. Now, tips for your title, you want to make sure it is not clickbait, meaning you want to make sure that it is what you say it is, right? And you're going to want to use keywords here. If you don't know how to find keywords, which are just searchable words that people would search for to find your video, then go ahead and check out my TubeBuddy SEO video that takes you through coming up with keywords. So you use your keywords here. Notice it has taken on the name that I named the file. That's very important because everything is searchable. And this gives what people are searching for is going to show up here and the file name, okay? This is my kind of preset that's always in my videos. I can just go ahead and fill in different things here. So what I'm going to do is right above here, I'm going to actually repeat the key terms that are in my title because I want to let Google know as people are searching for it, hey, this is what this video is about, or let YouTube know this is what this video is about. So I'm going to do a quick little description and then we're going to come back. Okay. Okay, so as the video is uploading, one thing that I love is that it can upload in the background and you can update all of the necessary information. So I'm gonna give you the things that you need to update, and I have some other videos that go specifically into all of the details about how you can optimize those. But your title, you have up to 100 characters, right? So use those. They're all searchable, right? Your description, use this as if you are really describing what's in the video. You'll notice that when I uploaded my video, I have upload defaults that you can set that come in every video. So I like to include a description, which I haven't written yet, anything that's mentioned in the video. So resources, if I mention a blog or some software or things like that. I always include my social media. I've gotten a lot of leads this way. So people find your website, people find you on Instagram and they connect with you. So make sure and include something that is a way for people to work with you, right? And just a tip here, when you're using links, you're always going to use HTTP:/ or HTTPS. It will not recognize www, right? You need to put the full URL. Timestamps are really, really, really important. Now they are trying something to automate chapters, which I love. But what this does is it allows people to skip around in your video. Okay, this is my Canva app setup video. It's a pretty long video, and I think it's like 40 minutes or something like that, 45 minutes. But I get a lot of views on it because if you look here, if someone wants to know specifically about how to find more designs in Canva, they can click on this number and it jumps to that space or that time in the video. So in order to do that, you simply need to make it a 4-digit number. So it's minutes and then it is seconds. So I assume if it's 6 digits, it's if you have like hour-long videos. But anyway, so if I wanted to say 1423, I can do that. And then I would say what the topic is. This helps a lot with being found on Google because it tells Google what's included in the video. So I would highly suggest that you add timestamps. The best time to do that for me is actually after I upload the entire video, and then either I'll do it, or how it works now is my team will go in there and add all of these for me. So if you're working with somebody on your team, you can have them do that later. I add related videos because if someone's interested in this topic, they're probably interested in the other one, usually, or other topics related to it. Usually when I use music from Thematic. I have a full video on that. I do need to credit the artist, so I put in that there, and that's just a reminder to myself to do that. Any hashtags, and notice that I have several hashtags, but the only ones that are going to show up are the first 3 that you include. So I always include these by default, and then whatever the topic is, I just add them in front, right? So it's a great way. I don't know if a lot of people know, but YouTube has a community tab. There's a lot of social media like items in there. So if I go to video marketing, I don't know who has video marketing or who's using it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the hashtags I just used, but you'll see that there's at least 34,000 videos on video marketing. So I can actually click on here and see the video marketing tag and all the videos that are part of that kind of group, right? And I haven't looked through these. I just add my hashtags. I haven't really looked, but it's just like on Instagram where you can kind of follow a hashtag, okay? Well, this part is really maybe tags that I couldn't use in the description or in the tags area that's coming up. Basically, if I didn't have enough space or I wanted to add other topics, we'll say other topics that are related to this video or like misspelled. So maybe this video is about TubeBuddy, but people spell it without the E. I can put it here so it can show up in searches, right? Just some extra SEO kind of, sprinkling powder. All right, here's where you upload your thumbnail. Your channel has to be verified before you upload that. It is a very easy thing. I don't have a thumbnail for this yet, so I'm just uploading this. The best size for your thumbnails are 1280 by 720. But I would always suggest uploading a video or using TubeBuddy, right? And you can actually create a thumbnail. Again, you can automatically create a thumbnail using TubeBuddy. We'll go over that in a different video. I would also add it to a playlist. Adding it to a playlist gives you opportunities to get more views, because what that means is if someone's watching, one video, it has a high chance that they're going to go on to the next one and next one, but also it groups your videos. So I use this. I can use it in newsletters. I can use it on websites. I can use it on blogs, whatever I want to use it for. So I have a lot of these different playlists that I add them to, but I always add it to a playlist. Okay. And sometimes I add it to multiple. So now there are certain things that you can do that will actually add automatically. So maybe I want anything that has the word TubeBuddy in it to automatically be added to this this playlist. I also have that set. If you want me to show you a little bit more about playlists, I already have a video on it, but it's super duper old, maybe like 4 years, but I can actually update that video. Okay. Audience, I have another video on this talking about kind of the reasoning behind this, but in short, if your video is not made for kids, don't select yes, right? Select no, and there's just a ton of reasons for that, but let's just move on. If you are doing a paid promotion, so you are partnering with the company and they are paying you to do this video, you have to disclose it. It actually puts this on the screen that it is a paid partnership, okay? Don't skip out on this, it's legal stuff. All right. Next one is the automatic chapters, which is nice. Okay, I really didn't see when it said you were eligible, but just go ahead and check that, right? Those are the chapters or the information that we talked about up here, the timestamps, right? Or chapters, right? Okay, next thing, always, 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 always add tags to your videos. This is a way to tell the search engines, YouTube search engines, Google search engines, this is what the video is about, right? Usually, and actually always, I use TubeBuddy to do that. What you can do is it's up to 500 characters. You can just type, and I would choose long tail keywords. That means instead of just saying your video is about, you know, motivation, right? I would put motivation for women over 40, or for coaches over 40, right? Or motivation for workout. So see, motivation for women empowerment, motivation for women's success. The reason these are coming up is because I have TubeBuddy. If you have not installed TubeBuddy, go to sociallyneena.com/TubeBuddy. It's absolutely free. I suggest you upgrade to the $3 a month one. But this helps me come up with tags, and it's really a part of being found on your YouTube channel, right? Since I've already, for this video, TubeBuddy SEO so this is actually a video explaining what I was just talking about, this part. So I'm gonna click on TubeBuddy and I'm gonna click on insert. I actually used TubeBuddy Keyword Explorer before to go ahead and search for keywords. Try to get as close to 500 as possible, and then this tool will help you get more. Again, I have a whole entire video on that. Fill out as much of this as possible. I usually just leave the default for here. I can add all this stuff, but I would add the location, especially if you are a business that has a local business, right? And you really want people in your area to find you. Tip here, if you don't include the hashtags I mentioned above in the description, your location will show up right under your title instead of the hashtags, okay? So then so usually all of this kind of stuff I leave, these are all my defaults, but I'm gonna leave it as is. And then you just click on next. Again, I have no idea why this is taking like 5 million hours to upload, but whatever. So you can make the choice whether you monetize it or not. This is basically showing you exactly where you're monetizing. I set it where my display ads, there's a couple that I usually, non-skippable. I turn those off because out of all of them, I make the least amount of money on that, and non-skippable kind of disturbs my people and it disturbs my videos. That's just me, but I look at my analytics. So this is basically showing you each of the areas that your ads are going to show when you have the ability to monetize. Now you can also, let me just click on that on. What you can also do is if your video is over, I believe it's over 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, so if it's 8 minutes or longer, then you can create a mid-roll. So you can actually kind of pick where your breaks and your ads come in. I don't do this, but you can. And it's like, if you really want to know the secret to getting more, money, and then it comes in and it's a commercial and then you keep your audience, right? So that's a good way to do it. Now, this is something that they've added. So I want to just tell you, this is basically one of the ways you monetize your YouTube channel is the ads that come on your channel. And so without going into the details too much, this is basically, you go through, you fill this out and you say, how appropriate is this for such and such, right? And based on what your response is, they will pick the appropriate ads. Why this is great is because it allows them to select advertisers that match your channel. So I'm just going to go through here and pick what I need, but I would suggest that you kind of go through this, watch the video, all of that. All right, so for my video, I'm going to click on none of the above. I don't talk about controversial issues. I don't use, violence, none of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to submit my rating, save for ads, and then they'll do their thing in the background. So I'm going to click on next. So the next thing that we're looking at is your video elements. Now, some of these things you cannot do until you are done, right? Because the end screen, they have to know where the end of the video is, right? Cards, they have to, those are things that you have to do once your video is finished uploading. Also adding subtitles. Now I use Rev. A video on that will be on my channel shortly. By the time you watch this, it'll probably be up. But Rev to transcribe, because it's actually people, but this will automatically add your subtitles and captions to your videos, right? And you can go through, you can type it automatically, whatever. So for me, I use Rev and we'll go through that, but I love that they have this feature. For your end screen, the end screen is the last 20 seconds of your video. So we create a custom one, we put it up there, and you can add different elements, or you can actually if you have a video or a standard that you do, you can go to your last video or video you have imported and it's already set up for you. We'll actually go through that in just a bit. I need the video to finish uploading, right? Cards are that little information thing that comes up. Now, one thing I want to point out to you again, and I think I've missed something, so I'll go back to it a little bit later, is that again, TubeBuddy jumps in to help you. They're like, hey, do you want templates that you can save and apply? So you can actually apply templates from, little that you've added or created, right? For now, I'll leave this, and I actually usually don't do this here. I always come back and do this, right? Again, this is another introduction to a new feature, right? It's what YouTube is trying to do is make sure that you don't publish a video, get millions of views, and then you get dinged for a bunch of stuff and you're mad, right? They're trying to do things with this and with the other screen before for monetization. They're trying to catch it before or as you upload it. So this is basically saying before you publish, we'll check your video to see, if you have any copyright. So if you're playing Beyonce in the background, they're gonna let you know. And I don't know why these are coming up. There you go. And so this will come on when it's finished processing. So I'm just going to go to next. And then there's your visibility. No matter what you're doing, if you're publishing it now, if you're scheduling it, all of those kind of things, I always select private here. So, and you'll see in the next screen, I want to be able to go through and see everything at once. So I usually don't use many elements in this wizard. I usually do it when I edit the video, and I'll let you know. But here, just a FYI, save and publish, right? So if it's private, then I love this feature that they've added. You can actually share specific links, right? Before, if it was private, there were some instances where you can kind of still see it. But anyways, same thing with unlisted. So unlisted, here's the thing, members only. You'll only see this if you meet the criteria to have memberships. I meet that criteria. I'm not sure if I'll do it, but you can have anything from $1 a month up to $99 a month, and people can join your live streams or get super badges. There's all these different things that you can give them, or give them specific videos. You can create posts that only they can see. So it's really a membership, right? Super easy if you're thinking about starting a membership. Public means you're just going live now, right? Again, I never do this. I always do my checks and balances. Now, setting it as a premiere. You can set it as a premiere instantly, or you can schedule it and set it as a premiere here. Think of a premiere as a TV show, right? So if there's a TV show coming up, and you know how on Hulu and Netflix, you can say save or remind me. What this does is puts the video on your channel and it sits there, but people can find it in searches. They can click on a button to remind them. They get a pop-up when it starts. So I would only suggest to do this if you're maybe starting a new channel and you upload your video, or you're very, very good at your schedule, meaning you always upload 8 o'clock on Saturdays. I have a client like that where I have her premiere her videos because she does cooking videos and she always sticks to that schedule. But anyways, it's up to you how you want to use it, but that's what all of those mean. And then make sure and review all of this, right? For now, I'm going to save it, and I will come back once this is finished uploading, and I'm also going to check and see what's going on, why everything is taking so long to upload. Because this isn't even an HD video, and if you can, upload HD videos. Okay, so the video is completely uploaded. You can see it said 100%. I can click on there and it will go straight to the video. But I want to show you what I was talking about when it comes to uploading your video. So a couple of things that I want to do is, if I just want to change the title real quick and description, I can click here. But really what I want to do is click on the video. And now we're going to move into using TubeBuddy's actual checklist. And what we're using this for is, just as it seems, it is a checklist to verify what we've done. So you can see these are the things that we talked about when we're uploading. So a couple of things that we're looking at is, did we add chapters? That's the timestamps that we were talking about. It says we did not do that. Too bad. Okay. Next, get a like on Facebook. You can't do that till you publish it. Add info cards and add in cards. So again, we can apply the templates if we have those, or we can go ahead and add them and go to the cards in the end screen. Just a quick tip, they're also right up here, okay? So add to a playlist, we've already done that, so that's fine. Add tags to your title. we've already done that. So those are your keywords. So you can go down and just basically make sure that you follow the best practices that I just told you in uploading the video. And as you make changes, you can recheck it, but it actually does this automatically. And I'll show you in a minute how to customize this list. Before we do that, let's go ahead and fix the things that it says to fix. So it always tells me that I have to start at 0, basically. So this would be like the title of the video, right? TubeBuddy SEO, and then let's just put something else for the heck of it. Blah, blah, right? And then I should be able to recheck it, and it should just remove that, oh, at least 3 timestamps. So I need 1 more. Thank you for that tip. This is the last one. Now, if I recheck it, it will go away. Crossing your fingers and bam, right? When you click on the settings here, it will take you to TubeBuddy. Now you can navigate there through their site, but these are all the things that are on the best practices checklist, but you can also create your own checklist template. So maybe you never add information cards, like I never add them. I can delete that, or I can add another one. And what happens is over here, you have your best practices and you have your customized checklist that you can follow when you upload your videos. So that is the power of having TubeBuddy. It's kind of double checking to make sure that you're doing what you said you were going to do. So adding to a playlist, it will check it off. You guys get the idea, right? So in general, there are best practices that help your video do better. At this point, I would just set the video for a date I would schedule it to go live, and then I would come back and watch the analytics and see how I did. Okay, so here's the deal. You just learned how to upload everything, go through the checklist, best practices, but you want to give yourself the best chance to get as many views as you want. So the next step in the process is really to have captions added to your video. So that's going to be in my next video about Rev. Okay, head over there and check that out. Peace.